As an attendee, your microphone will be automatically muted during the meeting, unless you are providing testimony. For each agenda item you wish to testify on, please click the Raise Hand button found on your Zoom screen. Board staff will individually enable each testifier to unmute their microphone. When recognized by the chair, please unmute your microphone before speaking and mute your microphone after you finish speaking in order to prevent audio feedback. When testifying, you will be asked to identify yourself and the organization, if any, that you represent. Each testifier will be limited to 2 minutes of testimony per agenda item. If you are dialing in by phone, when the chairperson asks for public testimony, you may indicate you want to testify by entering star and then 9 on your phone's keypad. After entering star and then 9, a voice prompt will let you know that the host of the meeting has been notified. When recognized by the chairperson, you may unmute yourself by pressing star and then 6 on your phone. A voice prompt will let you know that you are unmuted. Once you are finished speaking, please enter star and then 6 again to mute yourself. Thank you.
Morning and welcome to the March meeting of the State of Hawaii Board of Agriculture. Chair Hurd is out traveling, can't make it today, so I'll be chairing the meeting. I'm N. Young, one of your members at large. Jason has just played a short clip on how the public can participate in this hybrid meeting, which can be accessed by video conference, telephone, or in person. Just another reminder, testifiers are reminded there's a 2-minute limit of testimony per agenda item. If there's anyone testifying in the room, no one right now, please be sure to come up to the mic and identify yourself before you begin. Meeting is called to order at 9:20.
I have 9:16.
9:16. Yeah. Okay. 9:16. Thank you for your patience. I'm going to take a roll call of the board members present. When your name is called, please indicate your presence with a here, present, and state who, if anyone over the age of 18 is present in the room with you. This also serves as a roll call vote. For each subsequent vote, I'll ask if there are any objections or recusals. If there are none, then the motion will be approved on the same basis as this initial roll call. Chair Hurd excused. Deputy Director Ryan Kanakahole excused.
Oh, I'm present and alone.
Oh,
Online.
okay. Thank you. Sorry. Wrong information there. Dr. Parvin Agrawal excused. Mark Takamoto.
Present and alone. I'm having trouble with my video, so I'm trying to get it to work, but I now get, as soon as I do, I'll be on video. Apologies.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you. Diane Lee.
Present, and I am with no one over the age of 18.
Daniel Oswald.
Good morning, here and alone.
Fred Cowell. Fred Cowell excused. Randy Cabral. Randy Cabral excused.
Maybe I thought he was here.
Randy's on, he's muted.
Oh,
He's muted.
sorry, Randy, you're muted.
Randy?
Can't hear you, Randy, you're still muted.
Can you unmute? Is he the last one?
No, we'll come back to him. Oh, there he is.
Oh, there he is.
He's still muted.
Oh, no.
Raise your hand, Randy.
Is it Zoom or is it? He's raising his phone. You hit the space bar sometimes with Zoom.
We see you here, Randy. I'll give you a second. James Gomes.
Here, aloha kakayaka, and alone.
Aloha. Morning. Myself and Young present with in person Department of Agriculture. Randy, how are you doing?
You're still muted.
Mine is six. Yes, it says quorum, yeah, and then six has to be unanimous, yeah.
Randy, we can read your lips.
So Randy, you're here. Are you alone? Can you nod or? Okay, so he's
Okay.
alone, so we have that.
Thank you, Randy. Jason, you want to try to send him the calling number, maybe? Randy, Jason's gonna send you a calling number. You can try on your phone if your computer not working. Okay, approval of minutes for February 25th, 2025. We have a motion to approve.
So moved, Jimmy.
Second,
Moved. Second, Diane. Anyone from the public wish to give testimony? Doesn't look like any hands raised. Or discussion? Okay, if not, we'll call for the vote. Any objections or recusals? Seeing or hearing none. Motion is approved. Moving on to communications from divisions and administration. We have a few short items today. Agricultural Resource Management Division.
Are they online?
Who's here from RMD?
Good morning. Okay, join
There
us.
you go.
Morning, Manny.
Morning, Brandy. Oh,
Good morning. Can everybody
Yeah.
hear me okay?
yes.
Okay. Good morning, Chair, members of the board. I'm Brandy Ayo, Property Manager with the ARM Division on the Big Island. The title of this request, request for approval to sublease between the Hamakua Agricultural Cooperative, lessee sublessor, and Marites Lebed, sublessee, general lease number 7013, TMK 3-4-3-005-020 portion, lot number 1, Hamakua Agricultural Park, Phase 2, Pohaku Haku and Kemau First, Hamakua District, Island of Hawaii. Marites Lebed is requesting to sublease lot number 1 under General Lease 7013, consisting of approximately 10 acres, which is currently vacant and overgrown. Ms. Lebed is currently subleasing lot number 28 under General Lease 5553, located in Powillo, where she grows a wide variety of food crops, such as, but not limited to, lettuce, eggplant, green beans, banana, okra, basil, beets, turnips, daikon, herbs, and other seasonal vegetables. Due to the increasing demand for her products, Ms. Lebed is requesting to sublease the subject property to increase her production. Ms. Lebed is currently a sublessee in good standing and qualifies as a bona fide farmer with more than 2 years of full-time farming experience and meets the application and eligibility requirements in accordance with the HAR. Staff recommends that the Board of Agriculture approve the sublease between the Hamakua Agricultural Cooperative, lessee sublessor, and Marites Lebed, sublessee for lot number 1 in the Hamakua Agricultural Park under General Lease 7013 through the expiration date of June 29th, 2033. Thank you.
May I have a motion to approve?
so moved, Diane.
Diane,
Second.
second. Member Brawl. Staff presentation was already conducted. Thank you, Brandy. Anyone from the public wish to give testimony? No hand. Seeing none, board discussion?
I have a question, Chair.
Member Gomes?
Brandy,
Yeah.
the lot is overgrown. How badly is it overgrown?
It's pretty tall. It's been vacant for a while, so there's some pretty tall grass. Not so much, there's not a lot of trees, but a lot of brush.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other board discussion?
Actually, Chair, if I may, Brandy, are those
Please.
lots pretty well delineated? Or do they have to go back in and survey each time they
No,
do a new
we have, I
lease?
mean, if you look at the map
Yeah,
attached, it's pretty well delineated.
and most of the other farms are active around it, because I know that
Yes, in fact,
the
we
lots are
have
getting
one more
leased out, yeah.
presentation that's going to follow that's neighboring to this one.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Members, any other discussion? Seeing none, let's move to the vote. Any objections or recusals? Hearing none, motion is approved. Next item 2 for RMD, request for approval to sublease between the Hamakua Agricultural Cooperative, leasing sublessor, and Jianguo Wong, sublessee, general lease S7013, lot number 3, Hamakua Agricultural Park, Phase 2, Pohakuaku and Kemal, First Hamakua District, Island of Hawaii. May I have a motion to approve?
So moved, Jimmy.
So moved, Jimmy.
Second, Diane.
Second, Diane. Staff presentation, please.
Jiang Wang is requesting to sublease lot number 3 under General Lease 7013, consisting of approximately 9.730 acres. Mr. Wang is currently a sublessee of lots number 2, 4, 16, 17, and 29A under General Lease 5553, located in Powillo, where he grows green onions, bok choy, kale, and cilantro. Mr. Wang would like to utilize lot 3 to expand on his farming operation to cultivate Brazilian apple bananas, a sweet and firm banana variety that is highly desirable in the local market. Jiang Yu Wang is currently a sublessee in good standing and qualifies as a bona fide farmer with more than 2 years of full-time farming experience and meets the application and eligibility requirements in accordance with the HDOA. Staff recommends that the Board of Agriculture approve the sublease between Hamakua Agricultural Cooperative, lessee sublessor, and Jiangyu Wang, sublessee, for lot number 3 in the Hamakua Agricultural Park under General Lease 7013 through the expiration date of June 29, 2033. Thank you.
Okay, members, any discussion? Oh, sorry. Any members from the public wishing to testify? Seeing none, members discussion? Okay. Hearing none, let's proceed to the vote. Any objections or recusals? Hearing none, motion is approved. Moving on to our final item for RMD, request for consent to assign general lease number S5707 All Tree Services Inc. To the the lessee assignor to Mauka Rain Farm LLC, the assignee. And this is lot 15, Waimanalo Agricultural Subdivision, Olopoko Island of Oahu, Hawaii. May I have a motion to approve the request?
So moved, Jimmy.
So moved, Jimmy. No second?
Second.
Second, Randy. Staff presentation.
Okay. The Board of Land and Natural Resources awarded General Lease 5707 to All Tree Services, Inc., effective September 1st, 2024. General Lease 5707 was transferred to the Department of Agriculture via Executive Order 4239, dated September 17, 2008, for agricultural purposes. All Tree Services, Inc. has utilized the subject property to cultivate ke'ave and other wood trees. However, due to physical disabilities and limited financial resources, All Tree Services, Inc. is no longer able to maintain a successful farming operation. In accordance with the HDR and the lease, All Tree Services is requesting to assign General Lease 5707 to Mauka Rain Farm LLC. Thus, this assignment will include farm structures, shipping containers, and some plant materials / inventory such as palms, fruit trees, and native trees. Mauka Rain Farm LLC is a newly formed company that is owned in equal shares by Stephen Nims, Olive Vanslow, Ilana Nims, and David Golden. Each member of Mauka Rain Farm brings forth years of agricultural experience, particularly in the cultivation of landscaping plants and materials. Stephen Nims has a degree in agriculture and has been the owner of and operator of Tree Solutions and Environmental Consulting Services, Inc. since 2018. His employees are Ilana Nims and David Golden. Tree Solutions and Environmental Services provides tree assessments, tree and landscape planning, tree care, disease and insect diagnosis and management, and soil consulting services. Olive Vanslow has been working in the agricultural realm since 1977. She held a position with the Department of Education as a plant propagation instructor. She also worked for Agriculture International, where she established and oversaw agricultural endeavors in American Samoa and Tahiti, which included livestock farming and farming of tropical plants. Mauka Rain Farm would like to utilize the subject property to grow landscaping plants, edible plants, and to produce high-quality compost, compost tea, and biochar. Mauka Rain Farm LLC qualifies as an agricultural company with more than 75% of its officers qualifying as a bona fide farmer. As of the date of this request, All Tree Services, Inc. has an outstanding balance of annual lease rents in the amount of $28,264.88. A preliminary title search of the subject property has also revealed a lien against the subject property for unpaid federal and state taxes upwards of $209,000. There is a consideration of $400,000 for General Lease 5707. The consideration paid by Mauka Rain Farm LLC will be administered through the escrow process. All outstanding debts, including unpaid annual lease rents due to the HDOA, as well as any unpaid federal and state taxes, will be cleared through the escrow process. In accordance with paragraph 13, assignments, any net proceeds are subject to a premium percentage charge benefiting the lessor. In this case, calculations in accordance with this provision net $140,000 to the lessor. Staff recommends that the Board of Agriculture approve the assignment of General Lease 5707 from All Tree Services, Inc., lessee assignor, to Mauka Rain Farm, LLC, assignee, and the consideration of $400,000. Thank you.
Any members from the public wishing to testify? No hands. Board members, any discussion? Diana. Followed by Lieutenant.
Thank you, Chair. I don't have any concerns about this transfer or assignment, I should say, except I just want a clarification on the first paragraph of the background. Are the dates transposed between the award of the lease to All Tree Services from the Head of Land
Yes,
Trees?
I
Okay,
just noticed that. That's a typo. Huh.
yeah,
Sorry,
okay.
guys.
Anyway, yeah, minor.
Jeez. Thanks for catching
It
that,
just stood
Diane.
out.
Yikes, that's a big typo.
Besides that, I do that frequently, or used to.
Ah, shucks. Okay,
No problem.
I can
Okay.
get that information to you guys. Is it okay if I look that up after the meeting and email it to everybody to set the record straight?
That's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Member Oswald.
Yeah, good morning, board. This is a quick question, and I don't know if it can be answered or not, but I was kind of reading through like the lien generated by taxes. So like, and again, I don't know if this is something we can answer, but what's generating these taxes?
Good question. I am not sure. I know it's federal and state taxes. How and what they're from, I cannot answer that question. I'm not sure if Mr. Rodriguez is online. He may be, and he might be able to provide that insight, that provide information on that. Do you guys see him on?
I don't see him.
You don't see him. Okay.
I was just curious. I wondered, if it's, sales tax, like I just curious how, like, is this from 1 year, multiple years?
Yeah, that wasn't provided to us through the title search.
But these will be taken care of through the escrow process, so it gets zeroed
Absolutely.
out.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Members, any further discussion? Okay, just a quick one from me, Brandy. This one is coming over from DLNR as well. Any hang-ups with amounts owed that could be due to DLNR versus DOA, or does that all carry over?
It's all DOA, and I do have that answer to Diane's question. It's effective to September 1st, 2004, the lease. I just looked it up. So yeah, the lease effective date is September 1st, 2004, and it was transferred to us on September 17th, 2008.
Okay, yeah, and my concern is just to make sure that everything.
Yeah, no, it was all with us.
Okay. Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, let's proceed to the vote. Any objections or recusals? Hearing none, motion is approved.
Thank you, everyone.
That concludes our action agenda for today. We have no old business. But we do have a non-action item under new business, which is invasive species action plan updates.
Chair, members of the committee or the board, I'm thinking about legislature. Jonathan Ho, plant quarantine branch manager. So I'll just make this real quick. So to kind of follow up what happened we provided last time. So the two-line spittlebug contract RFP was closed. It was 240,000. There were two proposals that showed a lot of promise. Unfortunately, they were more than the allotted amount. So we'll be using the 240 for one, and then the department will be funding the other one with utilizing its own funds. The contracts are being drafted. So obviously, right, two-line spittlebug, one island, keep it there. So putting in the resources now to ensure it doesn't spread to other islands is a priority. For the LFA contract, the 1.1 million for Renikill Terminex. I don't know if you folks know, but there was a press release last week, Thursday, the 20th, indicating to folks what the project is going to do and providing a frequently asked question sheet for members of the public to understand what the program is and how to become eligible. Plant quarantine branch staff have already provided and verified sites to the contractor, and treatments have begun. The first set is in Aiea. And then we're going to be going into Aina Haina and Nu'uanu. These sites have been identified in collaboration with Invasive Species Committee and HAL, and we're working with them for additional sites on the island of Oahu. Since the press release, we've gotten about 22 phone calls and about 73 emails for the program, mostly on Oahu, and requesting test kits. We've had a few people that were quite irate about the program, particularly from Hawaii Island. Yeah, we had one individual, we had to talk to like 5 different people before we could calm them down. But you know, it's the nature of the beast. For Maui and Kauai, we're going to be working with the Island Invasive Species Committees as they do a lot of the LFA work on those islands, so that we can get that and then get the contractor out there to do the work. Where the contractor is working with the Hawaii Ant Lab to get training for their staff on those islands. So that's a little bit of a delay, unfortunately, because the HAL staff aren't readily available. And then for Hawaii Island, we're going to be pivoting from individual houses to working with the county to treat public areas as opposed, you know, because realistically treating 300 houses is really going to do anything when you have like 70,000 or whatever on the island. So we're going to be working with the county to identify very specific public areas that they deem appropriate for the treatment regimen. So then everyone potentially can have access or have a benefit to the treatment. The tree removal contract with HTM contractors, We've worked with the city and county of Honolulu. I think we have 80 trees, primarily central and west side of Oahu, identified for removal and destruction. There was a little bit of hiccups with the contractor with regards to removing of the stumps. We've stump grinding and things like that. We've kind of got past that. And we're working with the contractor to schedule the actual removal. They're guesstimating sometime in April or May to get it all done, or at least to get it started. There was a pest diagnostics contract that was closed. I think we had we had 3 bids. One of them was satisfactory, so we're drafting the contract for that one. And then last, two more things. The Akamai Arrival Program, the department, with some push through the Lieutenant Governor and the Governor's office, has implemented a pilot program to digitize the declaration forms. The pilot program started on March 1st, and it involves all the airlines to differing degrees. We have one airline that only does a single flight, and we have other airlines where they're doing all their flights. So it's probably right now about, in total, it's about 35% of all flights that are arriving into the state from domestic areas are in the pilot program right now. The program is promising to the extent of if everybody kind of does what they need to do, it works well. When they don't do what they need to do, it doesn't work too well. So we've been working with the vendor and our IT folks to kind of streamline some of the issues. A lot of it now really relates to how we're getting information from the airlines. There's a kind of a key portion that they need to provide to us. And if they don't provide it to us, it's very hard to kind of gather the data. So we're trying to find ways to kind of figure that out so that, obviously we can potentially, ensure that it's effective and then expand the program so that we'll obviously get rid of the paper forms. And then I think regarding the legislature, I think the biggest bills, I think as it relates to the department and potentially to the board are HB 427 and SB 1100. So both of those programs, both of those bills essentially are like the House and the Senate versions of their landmark biosecurity bills. The House version is, I think, far more pared down in terms of what it intends to do. It intends to create a deputy of biosecurity that's supposed to oversee everything, renames the department to the Department of Agriculture and Biosecurity, and it has an emergency declaration process for biosecurity emergencies. The Senate version is far more comprehensive. It has transitional facilities, which require inspections of everything. It it creates like private inspectors for non-agricultural goods, rapid response teams and training. It's very large. The bills have flip-flopped in that the Senate version contains the essentially the House version, and the House version now contains the Senate language, so they've kind of just flipped them. And the biggest issues as they relate, I think the biggest hiccups are the Senate version language transfers where HISC resides. It seems to have been kind of subsided. And then the other one is with the renaming of the Department of Agriculture and Biosecurity. There has been testimony about changing the content of the board to have more members for invasive species conservation members. That's been, I think, some of the bigger things that have been included in that one. I mean, they're still alive, and that both of these bills make permanent the Act 231 funds, the big landmark thing that was done last year. So these bills have the 42 positions and seek to keep the funding projects that I kind of talked about, like the CRB, LFA, COKI, and all that stuff, so that the department can continue those projects in perpetuity. Yeah, that's it. I know we can't talk about it, so. And if you have questions, you can email me and I can get back to you folks.
See what happens. Thank you, Jonathan. Any members from the
Public testimony, yeah.
Public can testify.
Yeah.
If there's a member of the public.
Any members of the public wishing to testify? Seeing none. Director's discussion.
No, we can't.
I
There's
just
no
had
difference. You guys can't ask questions or discuss
Oh, okay.
because of the way it's written.
okay. I just wanted
Sorry.
clarification on
Just
this,
an
but okay.
Written is too, not
Just update.
sufficiently detailed, yeah. I can send you the wonderful OIP guidelines on that.
And Diane, I can email you if you have a question, then I can let you know, I can clarify what you need.
Thanks, sorry. Oh, that'll be it.
Okay. Seeing as that, it's phrased as an update in the
Jimmy.
agenda.
Again, Jimmy, we can't, the board cannot discuss the agenda item or ask questions because of the way that it's written.
Yeah. Sorry, you muted. Yeah.
Can Brandy, you'll give me a call on my cell, please?
Okay.
Okay, well, someone will let her
Yeah.
know.
We can let her know.
Thank you.
She's still there.
I don't think she's here.
Okay.
She's probably dead.
Okay, that concludes our business for this morning. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So move, Jimmy.
Move to go. Second, please. May I have a second? No, no, that's not.
Diane, is she baby?
Diane.
Sure.
Okay, any objections, refusals? Seeing none, meeting is adjourned, 9:46. Thank
Have a
you.
great week, gang. Aloha. Ahui ho.
Thank you.